Today is Black History Month, which means we'll be celebrating iconic black figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Jackie Robinson, and Harriet Tubman, all the way up to modern-day black heroes like Simone Ann Beers. However, there is one particularly influential figure in gaming that we should all know better about, but whose name has not been etched in history in a way that should give it the cultural power that gaming has today. Meet Jerry Lawson, the inventor of video games. If you've ever held a video game in your hands, you hold a piece of Jerry Lawson's legacy between your fingers. Many we might call invented video games in a thematic sense. We could think of everything from Tetris to Super Mario and Doom, Tomb Raider and The Last of Us. The minds behind such influential works, stating that they are changing the meaning of video games. We could look at the programmers who first managed to get buttons and joysticks to move pixels on fuzzy screens. Some can refer to Hideo Kojima's work in embracing cinema and pushing the medium forward. Few will know about mahmoudi.anas, the overlooked woman who wrote the story of the Sumerian game in 1964. It is now considered to be the first video game whose story predates Pong by 8 years. But Lawson's invention is more thematic and simpler. Over the years, video games have taken on various physical forms, and now exist either as discs with codes for easy download, or completely digital, as a string of numbers with nothing to hold in your hand at all. However, looking back through the game's history, we see various forms of discs, cassettes, and finally Jerry Lawson's screwdriver. Lawson, the inventor of the original video game cartridge, worked for Fairchild's Channel F. Now the name seems silly, but it's really no different than owning a PlayStation, Xbox or GameCube. The Channel F was the first console with a microprocessor, and included a set of cartridges that could be swapped out and changed to play different games. That will be the future of media, but until they do, they must exist. Jerry Lawson, who built his own radio stations at home from scrap metal at the age of 13, is what keeps them alive. If you've ever clicked a cartridge into place, blown the dust out of a port, or even cleaned a scratched drive with a soft cloth and slid it into a console, it's all about Lawson. Lawson's personal story is also fascinating and somewhat poetic. Wisdom and science have always been rooted in his family. His grandfather studied to be a physicist, but being a black man in early 20th century America, he couldn't find a job, so he became a postmaster. However, his family's love of science remained, and the young Lawson developed an interest in chemistry and ham radio, the latter of which was crucial in shaping his career path and the emergence and future of video games as a medium. Still, Lawson credits the words of his first-grade teacher, who taught him about George Washington Carver and instilled in him the desire to be a man of influence. A lack of recognition, though he could achieve it, denial did. The aim. Carver has a similarly misunderstood legacy. Most people know him as the inventor of the peanut, although this is not true. Carver was a scientist who used peanuts and other natural ingredients to create a variety of substances, including shampoos, glues, and various sauces. But more importantly, he was one of the first agri-environmentalists, and invented a way to avoid crop rotation, depleting land, and help black communities grow more nutritious food. Carver reclaimed land that was nearly barren after decades of slavery on cotton plantations, making it fertile enough to grow sweet potatoes, cowpeas, and, yes, peanuts. He was hailed as a great scientist and inventor during his lifetime, and was even called the Black Da Vinci by Time magazine during his lifetime. His legacy has been reduced to the peanut butter man, which seems trite, but maybe that's why Lawson fits. His inventions are the cornerstone of our industry, but none of us know his name, and he will go as he did. There are many ways that someone can claim to have invented the video game, and bringing something we've held and watched for generations to life seems closer to the truth. This Black History Month, we are forever grateful to Jerry Lawson. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.